Hey, Dex here. Welcome back to another The Escapists 2 video. Today we're going to show you how to escape the Rattlesnake Springs prison. So this one is the second prison on the Escapists 2 game. And basically we're going to quickly show you, well I say quickly, it's going to take us about 10 minutes to show you how we're going to break out of this particular prison. So this prison is quite easy to explain, but to actually execute it's going to be a pain in the bum for you. The reason being is that we have quite a list of items that we need to find before we can escape the prison. But obviously the first thing you're going to do is go to roll call, as you do with all of the different prisons that you want to go into. Roll call is the first thing that you're going to want to do. Once you've completed roll call, you want to get your prisoner's intellect up to 70. Obviously, whilst you getting your prisoner's intellect to 70 and doing the rest of these things, you are going to have to do everyday activities as well, so that suspicion's not raised. But that's okay, just as long as you keep suspicion down, and in the meantime, go backwards and forwards on where you want to go. So the library is located just north of the roll call area in this little area here. And I suppose I've explained it in the past two videos, you know what to do to get your intellect up. Just keep the bar in the little areas, that'll bring it up until eventually your intellect is up to 70. Now, this part is the bit that it's going to be the pain in the bum for you. It's a pain in the bum for me, and probably took about half an hour in total to do. You need to find all of the items that I've put on screen now. That's one talcum powder, one tube of toothpaste, one lighter, one comb or toothbrush, it can be either, two timbers, one bolt, one piece of string, one dowel, and two tubes of glue. Now, like I say, these aren't all going to be in one area at once, but the prisoner's boxes area, the prisoner's storage, respawns new items every so often. So you want to keep checking and checking and checking, because all of these items can specifically be found in the prisoner's loot box or storage kind of area, whatever you want to call it. Whenever you find an item, you can just make a list of all the items that I've just mentioned previously, literally cross it off, or like kind of, yeah, just make note of what you have so far, go back to your cell, hide that item, especially if it's a weapon, and then go back to doing what you're doing. So check all the boxes, keep track of what's going on, whether it's roll call, whether it's like a bodybuilding session, whether it's breakfast. Just keep going to those areas, or work. You don't actually have to get a job if you're doing work. You can just go to the work area and come back. Like I say though, you want to get all of those different items. Now, you probably want to know what you're going to use all of these different items for. Well, the first thing you want to make is a crossbow body. And to make a crossbow body, you want to use two timbers and one bolt. So there's the two timber, there's the one bolt. Go into your crafting menu. It's not the one that's in 40 plus, it's the one in 50 plus, that one there. That one's going to get you your crossbow body or crossbow lathe, whatever you want to call it. Second item we're going for is a crossbow lathe, which is made from a dowel, a piece of string, and a tube of glue. So again, take those little items out of your storage, which I'll do for in a second. Then you want to put the three of them together, and that will make a crossbow lathe, which is available there on the 50 section again. So press and hold A to build it, or X if you're on PlayStation, and that will get us that. The next thing we want to build is by a crossbow body and a crossbow lathe and a glue. You want to put them together, and that will make a complete crossbow. And that is part one of our escape. The crossbow is what's going to get us out of the prison. Spoiler alert, you're going to find out by the end of this video anyway. You're going to use the crossbow to glide out from the top of the prison. So that's like the first part of it, as having that to get out. So the next thing we want to make is a wad of putty, which is made with talcum powder and a tube of putty. And we're going to use that to make a key, but not yet. So that's our wad of putty. We also want to make a molten plastic, which we do by mixing a lighter and a comb or toothbrush. You could use either. And that's going to be part 2, well, the start of part 2 anyway. The next thing we need is a red key. So, the red key can be found on any guard. It's not any one in particular. And how you know whether a guard has a red key or not is you can see a little icon on your minimap in the top right. So that particular guard has a red key. The way you get them little things on the minimap is just by having a fight with that particular guard. So if you hit them, then it will appear. Now the difficult part of this is when you steal your red key, the snipers will go after you. So make sure you're close to your area and you do this part quickly next. And what you want to do is make a red key mold. So mix your water putty with the red key. The reason you want to do this quickly is because as soon as the guards realise that the red key is missing, even if you have it hidden in your chest, there's going to be a dog that comes after you that's going to try and get that key. Well, there's nothing you can do. The dog will retrieve that key. So make sure you do this particular part that I've just done very quickly to stop you losing the red key. I've got to say it took me about half an hour to do that particular part where I found an officer eventually with a red key. I stole it twice before realising that I needed to make the mould very quickly. And it's okay with that red key disappearing. We need a red key to get to the area that's going to let us escape. But with the red key mould, we can use our water putty with, the molten plastic with the mould to make a fictional red key, which you'll see us do in a second. So if you get the plastic and the red key, also be careful to lay low as well, because you don't want to be caught whilst you have all these items out and about, or else that's big trouble. So you'll notice that you now want to combine those two to make a plastic red key, which is going to work the same. You also want to take your crossbow out of the area. Then you're going to follow my guide to where you need to go. Make sure, like I say, you lay low, because if you mess up now and the security guards come after you or you get into a fight of some sort, they're going to confiscate both items and you're going to be back to square one. So it's really important that you are on low priority of the guards. So even if they see you, they're not going to be bothered by you. So, and also, like I say, I had a job time there, so I thought I'd get that ticked again to make sure that our little priorities didn't go any higher. So, from the roll call, just head north, following my character where it is, and go through these double red doors. Now, you shouldn't be past these double red doors, so if a guard sees you, he's not going to be very happy, as that one saw me. But because our priority is so low and our suspicion is so low, apparently they ignore it. So keep following my guy, going up to the top of the building. Up and up and up and up and up. Up 4 in total. Then there's a little noose on your left hand side. And if you interact with that noose, you'll escape. Make sure you have the crossbow equipped, which I didn't, but now I do. And as soon as you activate that, you then escape and you will get your 35G. So, like I say, the actual prison itself isn't too difficult, but grinding to the parts that you'll find out when you're playing it how annoying it can be. But that's all you need to do, and you are now out of the Rattlesnake Springs prison. So, like I say, it wasn't too hard after all. But I hope this guide helps out for you. If it does, please leave a like, with a big thumbs up. Comment to let you know what you thought of the guide and whether it worked for you. If there's any other tips you could give anybody else. And subscribe to get the Dex Legend achievement. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!